Hey, Capricorn, intuitive soul coach here with your end of the year bonus reading. Welcome back to my channel if you are returning, and welcome if you are new. Today we'll dive into the collective energy of Capricorn and see how you are ending your 2022 year. We'll also dive into what it is that you are releasing and leaving behind, what you are bringing into the new 2023 season. We'll take a look at how you've grown over the last 12 months and action steps that you can take to continue on your soul's journey. And then lastly, we'll get messages from your spiritual team. So just a friendly reminder, these are general readings. Please do take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you are interested in a personal reading or even entering into the free monthly reading giveaway, you can find both of those links in the description box below. All right, Capricorn, we have out here Sagittarian energy, Pisces, and Cancer. Now, you may have these placements in your chart. You may be dealing with others who have these placements in their chart, or you are just embodying the overall energy. So what we have here is first quarter moon in Sagittarius. We are in Sagittarian season here, and it says, believe in your good luck. Now, some of you may have a difficult time trusting that all is well, trusting you are on your soul's path and soul's journey, trusting that you have access to your higher self, your blueprint, the gifts, skills, and talents that you came here on earth to embrace and to integrate into your life as a human here. So remembering that you are a soul having this human experience, Capricorn. A lot of us are raising our vibrations on a collective level. So what's happening is you may be feeling this shift within your body, and it can show up in the form of physical symptoms, whether it is a cold, whether it is something more dire. A lot of us are bringing up some of the old trauma that's been stored in the body for quite some time because it no longer serves a purpose. It can no longer stay in those lower frequencies because we are rising on a collective consciousness. So this is about believing in your good luck, believing that you can create your reality. You may be looking at things through a different perspective. You may be able to finally access that higher self that you've always had access to. It's always been accessible, but a lot of us are opening up the 7th, 8th, and 9th chakras where we have access to our higher self, higher being, spiritual team, and we're able to remember what our soul purpose is, what our gifts, skills, and talents are that we came into this life to, again, integrate into our human experience. And it's okay to believe in this good luck. Some of you are thinking, what luck? What is happening right now? You may be feeling the shift on a physical level. That can show up as dizziness, ringing in the ears, skin rashes, blemishes showing up that you may not have had before, old pain or wounds or trauma that's been stored in the body. You are releasing this energy here. So believe in your good luck, Capricorn, because a lot of you have been going through a lot over the last, not just the last 12 months, but for quite some time. Now we have here this Pisces energy, which talks about forgiveness. It is time to forgive others and forgive yourself. And it's not something that you need to necessarily intentionally do. It's something that you're seeing is a subtle shift happening within you because you are rising in consciousness here. So you may notice that the things that once bothered you or the things that you were hanging on to, it's as if they start to flow effortlessly, but they may be showing up first in your body as an emotion for you to feel so you can finally release. So if you have been going through the feels, Capricorn, for the last few months, this is a completely normal response to what is happening on a collective level. The forgiveness piece is necessary. Now, what's happening as we rise in consciousness here is we start to view others. We start to view situations, circumstances, and ourselves from a neutral perspective instead of a duality of right and wrong, or this person has trauma, this person is evil, that person is bad. Instead of criticizing or judging or even fearing why someone is on a different path than you, there's more of an acceptance. There's more of an understanding. It's because you're able to tune in on the higher levels, tune into that crown chakra and beyond, and remember why you have made soul contracts with these people, and to remember what you came down here on earth to experience. So forgiveness is very powerful. And if you've watched your other signs regarding these end of the year readings, a lot of you, almost all of you, and there's only about two of you left that I'm doing, all of you have had major arcanas, many of them. So I know that you're feeling the shift on a collective level. Now, we have this Cancerian energy that says, push through insecurities. It's time to push through. And this is what I've been explaining. It's Spirit is giving us this nudge, this push. For some of you, it's a very, very big one, depending on how much trauma was stored in the body or how much you needed to let go of and release. And it may show up as a full-on purge, a physical illness that's manifested for you to feel and heal and bring to light. So pushing through insecurities this month is very important for you to fully release, whether it's judgments, criticism, limiting beliefs, trauma, relationships that have served their purpose, their soul purpose. Whether it's a career path that you are deciding to venture off in a new direction. Remember that you've come here to experience many different scenarios, many different relationships, and many different emotions. You've chose this. So pushing through the insecurities is inevitable this month. So let's dive into your energy and see how you are currently feeling this month. Let's see where you're at here, Capricorn. A lot of you have been feeling anxiety. You've been feeling possibly the stress from what has been going on in your life here. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, right away here, we do have the Emperor, which we'll talk about. This is more in the future position, but let's see how you're feeling. Okay, yeah, you're feeling a little bit detached, but it's not the kind of detached that we think of. Okay, you may have started out that way. So what this is this is the Justice card. But it's also, I feel the mix of the Strength as well. And sometimes in these decks, the 11 and the 8 can get switched around, that Strength and that Justice energy. But I'm feeling a little bit of both. It's time for you to really reach out and connect and come back home to yourself. If you feel a little bit detached, I feel like it started off in the human experience of feeling maybe lonely, isolated, disconnected. Maybe you wanted to kind of hibernate, go inward, Capricorn, do some self-healing work or some reflection. For others of you, you are understanding that that is what you've needed to go through. And now it's as if you're detaching from control, detaching from expectations, and detaching from limiting beliefs. So you're flipping that script here. Now, some of you may be reaching out to other people, whether this is in the physical realm, whether it's in the spiritual realm. The Three of Pentacles is about collaborating. It is about coming together after a time of maybe healing some old wounds. I really like the picture here in this energy, because she's stepping out of this cold and she's heading towards more peace. And so she's letting go of the things that no longer serve her. So that's what December is all about. That's what this conscious energy is all about, for you to shed light on the things that no longer serve you so you can detach yourself from them. And when we think of detachment, sometimes we think that it's a bad thing, but when we detach from the expectation, or again, control, or the outcome, or a limiting belief, and we set up a new energy, we set up a new belief, and we look at things from a new perspective, that's when things really start to shift in your outer world, Capricorn, and you're seeing that evidence. Now, a lot of you are attracting your soul tribe, and your soul tribe can show up in the physical sense. It doesn't have to be a romantic partnership. These are soul mates that can show up in the form of friendships, pets and animals, teachers, guides, mentors, healers, family members, and also it can be those from your spiritual team. You may be connecting more. Again, we are tapping in to what's been there all along, but when we come down to earth, we have what is called spiritual amnesia, because we are in this this density, this lower frequency form, these bodies. And sometimes we forget why we came here on earth. Not any longer. Capricorn, you're remembering your purpose. You're remembering who you are. So a lot of you, if you have been feeling detached from yourself, there's a sense of wholeness coming in. It wouldn't surprise me to see the world showing up here in your reading. So you're definitely starting to bring the energies together and realize that you are not alone. That maybe for quite some time you felt like you were walking this lonely path, this isolated path, but you're coming into this new alignment where you're going to realize that separation, disconnect does not exist, that spirit is always around you, and that you are made of this light and you have access to it at any time, any given time, because you are the light. So let's take a look and see what you're leaving behind in 2022. What are you leaving behind? Oh, I love this. Okay, you have here, thank you, Spirit. You have double 2 energy. And again, another major arcana. It does not surprise me at all. Most of you have had 3, 4, 5, even 6. Aries had 6 major arcanas showing up out of 9 or so. So this is about you, instead of refusing to see, instead of feeling lack of clarity, confusion, fogginess, mental conflict, mental confusion, you're now leading with your intuition. You now know that you can trust, that you can believe, that you are making decisions to experience this human life. Okay, this may sound a little bit out of the world for you, but if you have been feeling back and forth, if you've been needing to make decisions in your life, or if you've been feeling that mental pull, but yet your soul is calling you in one direction, but the ego center or that mental chatter tends to pull in another direction, you may be going back and forth. What's happening is a lot of you are becoming aware of what your limiting beliefs are. You may be becoming aware of what habits no longer serve you. You may be taking a look at what conditioning or what trauma has been stored in your body, because it's coming up again for you to be fully healed, even the things that you've thought you've worked through. This is something that you are finally having clarity on. So there were certain things that you weren't able to see in 2022 and many years prior, Capricorn. You weren't able to see the outcome. And that's what we talk about here. Now you're detaching from the outcome and you're going more with the flow, which is going to create more peace in your life, more abundance. It's going to allow you, instead of feeling that you're coming up against an obstacle at every turn, that you're finally starting to flow in a new direction. And when you do bump against an obstacle, that you're going to allow your intuition to guide you, and you're going to feel the emotions of what is happening for you. And it's going to pass through you quicker. You will no longer store it in your body. You will no longer hang on to the lower frequencies, the lower vibrations of fear and bitterness, resentment, anger, pain, the challenges that you are up against or that you come up against in the future, because we're having this human experience. Just because you are evolving on a collective level doesn't mean that you will no longer have any bad things happen or negative things. It just means that you'll be able to navigate through them with much more ease than you have in the past. Okay, your eyes are finally starting to open, and the eyes of the soul, that is. Okay, so you're taking your intuition with you. What's happening here is you are seeking the truth. Okay, you're seeking the truth within yourself, within others. You're seeing relationships for what they are or what they were. You're seeing your place in a certain situation or circumstance for what it was. But it's almost as if you're giving a forgiving review or compassionate review of what's happened, and you're having a clear understanding of why you went through specific things in your life. I'm getting judgment energy here for you as well, which is about you finally waking up to the calling, your purpose, you finally being able to access and tune in. Again, you've always had access to this, but sometimes we have so much trauma or so many negative experiences that hold us down in that lower frequency, and we have a hard time accessing the higher vibrations here. Not anymore, Capricorn. This is about you listening to your soul self. This is about you listening to your higher self and being able to navigate in the directions that feel better for you. Okay, this is very powerful showing up. Now, what are you bringing into the new year? We have here the Three of Cups. It kind of plays into what you're going through right now, but it's also what you're taking into the new year. You have here the Three of Cups, which is about sharing the love, opening yourself up. Some of you may have shut down this center, or you may have hold it up, or you had a hard time opening this heart to certain relationships or certain things that you love to do. Some of you had to heal the heart from a situation that you've experienced. It could have been grief, loss, disappointment. It could have even been feeling like you were a third party, feeling left out, feeling that people were always choosing other things above you. I'm sensing that there is a togetherness, a belonging, a sense of kindred spirits, soul tribe coming in. And you may have already met some of your soulmates in December, but I feel that if you haven't, or if you've been wanting to feel that embrace, that love, that connection, 2023 is a whole new energy for you of attracting the people that want to see you succeed, the people that want to help uplift you and help you reach your fullest potential. And that may seem foreign. Some of you may be saying, oh, that won't happen. You're shifting your vibration. And then Spirit is giving you that nudge, that gentle push forward. You can no longer feel like you are left out in the cold or left out on the side. This is about sharing the love, coming together. When you start to raise your vibrations and frequency, you start to attract those that mirror that same frequency. It's the law of attraction. So you are starting to manifest the things in your life, whether it's relationships, it could be on the romantic sense. It could be friendships. It may be that you're heading in a direction that's more aligned with your career. This can be about getting more mindful of your health, your body as well. It's about coming together in connection. So what are you bringing into the new year as well? The third eye chakra is opening here. You have the Emperor energy. I apologize for that light there. Refusing to see, now you're able to see. The third eye chakra is opening for you, Capricorn. So you're able to see beyond the superficial, be able to see beyond the surface. Instead of seeing someone for possibly what they've accomplished or the bad that they've done or the good, you're seeing them through the eyes of the soul. And you're able to see people as the light being that they are, that they chose to have this human experience, and that no one is any better or worse off than you are, that you're all just having this human experience. We all are. And this is about you stepping up and taking the lead of your life. When this Emperor shows up here, some of you are also you're being awakened to the truth of some sort of higher authority or higher energy in your life. So this could be belief systems that have been integrated due to maybe society. It may be government. It could be boss energy. This can be people that you've dealt with in your life, fathers or males, any males that had a significant impact in your life. It doesn't have to just be male energy, but sometimes that Emperor can depict that male energy. But we hold both female and male within us. This Emperor energy is you aligning with the truth of maybe things you weren't able to see prior. You're opening your eyes up to, and you're saying, that isn't true for me anymore. I don't have to go with what everyone else says, right? You don't have to go with just this community belief or this belief that we as a consciousness or as a collective have been ingrained to believe. You may be veering off and going in your own direction. And that's what I see you doing in 2023. You're taking a stance. You're building your own empire, Capricorn. You are climbing to the top, whatever the top looks like to you. You are taking that step and you're connecting to your higher self. Take a look at the Emperor there. He has his, body, his earthly self, the 3D self. And then over here, he has access to that higher self because we are multi-dimensional beings. We're able to tune in and tap into the energy, and now you're able to do it effortlessly. And what he's holding there is his blueprint of why he came down to earth, what gifts he has, what skills, what talents, what soul purpose he has for living this human experience. You have access to it. So this is powerful. Expect huge changes for you in 2023, Capricorn. If you have become awakened, if you have been feeling the energies of this shift that's been happening for you for not just the last 12 months, especially the last 3 to 6 months for a lot of you, if you have been feeling this energy quite intensely, you are going to have a miraculous 2023. It may actually be one of the best years of your life. Okay. And I'm not just woo-wooing that at you, Capricorn. This is the energy that's showing up here for the collective. And if you have been finding yourself going through these deep energies, because what's happening is, again, we're raising our frequencies, and you may be kind of bouncing in and out of this 3D energy into this 5D, 4D, 5D. So you're raising your vibration and you are kind of jumping multi-dimensions. So you have access to seeing things and beyond. Okay. So you're not crazy if you're wondering why you're able to smell your great grandpa, or why you're able to tap into the collective, the nature energy, right? The trees and the animals and your higher self and the spiritual team around you. You are feeling, wow, is this real? Can I trust this? Yes, you absolutely can. Let's see how you've grown in the last 12 months. Let's see how you've grown in the last 12 months here for Capricorn, please. Thank you. Oh, they want one more. Yeah, a lot of growing you've done, Capricorn. You've learned a lot of lessons. I feel patience, compassion, kindness, forgiveness. You've learned to trust more. Trust may have been a very big factor in your life. Who could you trust, right? Because you do at times see through the eyes of the soul, and you want to give everyone the benefit of the doubt because they are a being of light, right? But at times they turn on you because that ego center comes from a place that's lower frequency and it's not matching yours, and therefore it creates disconnect, or it creates an experience that is negative. Let's see how you've grown. Oh, wow. You have here the Four of Swords. So a lot of healing, a lot of healing. A lot of you, Capricorn, may have been overthinkers, overworkers. Some of you really like to work, and that's okay. But sometimes you run your body down. Okay. The body says, I need a break, whether it shows up in back pain, whether it shows up in a sprained ankle, surgery, a physical illness. Whatever it may be for you, your body is always speaking to you. Your body is a higher level of consciousness that is super intelligent. When you think about it, you don't have to tell your body to breathe. You don't have to tell your body to digest your food. You don't have to tell your body how to procreate life, right? The body is this beautiful, intelligent consciousness, and it knows how to heal, but it does know how to speak to us and let us know how to heal. And that's what's been happening for you here. You also have the Ace of Swords. So you have had many, many breakthrough moments throughout 2022, right? You've had the clarity coming in. You've had the light bulb moments. There has been a lot of indecision. There's been a lot of indecisiveness. And some of you are mindful of your words more so. Your words may have been very blunt, or you may have been in communication with people where their words cut. Right? Because words can be very deep. Words are very powerful. I never liked that old saying, sticks and stones can break your bones, but words can never hurt you. Words can, because the words are, an energy. And what you tell yourself is what you start to believe. And what others tell you at times, you may start to believe. And you may be conditioned to believe that certain labels are what you are, or certain beliefs are what you are, but that is not at all the truth. You are having that experience of that label, but that's not who you are. And that's what you are coming into alignment with. You're changing and switching up the way you believe in yourself, the way that you view the world, the way that you view others. So you've definitely done a lot of growing. This final card here is powerful. It's the Sun. So you are coming out of an energy here of possibly right when things start to get looking good, things pull out from underneath you, right? You've had a lot of sunshine moments, but at the same time, they're short-lived. This is something that you will have more moments of, a lot more, not just moments, but days, weeks, months of abundance. Because what's happening is you're shedding your light on the things that maybe you didn't want to see before. You are shedding light to the trauma. That's why it's coming up, right? You're shedding light to the truths that you weren't able to see. And when you shed light, it dissipates that darkness. It gets rid of that darkness or that pain, that trauma, that belief. What you're doing pretty much is dissecting what no longer is working, and that's what you're leaving behind, Capricorn. Okay, what's no longer working? You're shedding light to it. And when you do that, you can live in a life where you're feeling more light energetically, right? You're feeling more light, possibly in the physical form as well. But this is all about you shining your light bright, right? You reaching in. You can see that it's coming from the heart here. So you are made of love. You're coming back to love, right? You were always love, and you're seeing love through a different perspective, a different frequency, a different dimension. Shine your light, Capricorn. 2023 is a big year for you. Let's take a look at action steps that you can take to continue moving forward in the direction of your soul's journey. You're going to anyway. You don't need it from me. You don't need me to tell you that you are rising above, that you're definitely not going to stay stuck in this lower energy while everybody else rises, right? This is about all of us as a collective. You are facing those fears. In order for you to continue growing, shed light on those fears. Okay, shed light on why you have those beliefs, why you've been conditioned a certain way, what labels that you tend to really activate because someone says that that's a label, whether it's a doctor or whether it is, a friend, or whether it was a father or a mother or a sibling or whatever it was that you've told yourself. And if it's a negative label, it doesn't mean that that's who you are. That's just the experience that you're taking on because of that belief or that conditioning. Face those fears, and that will set you free. Take the lead. Spread those wings. There is an expansion of opportunities showing up for you in 2023. You may have already started to feel these opportunities in 2022, but maybe you couldn't quite grasp them. Now is the time to grasp them. You've had ideas. You've had your creativity has been showing you, your imagination, your higher self. You've been guided to go in certain directions, but maybe you haven't had, I don't want to say the motivation, but it could be that. Maybe you haven't had the motivation to say yes. Maybe you felt like you weren't ready. You absolutely are ready this year. And the 3 actually even resembles the 2023. Some of you maybe start seeing 3s more, which you have a 3 here in your reading with the 3 of, you have double 3s actually, 3 of Cups, 3 of Pentacles, and now the 3 of Wands. All of the best 3s, of course. So some of you may be in a 3 life path or a 3 personal year in 2023 as well. If you're not familiar with that, you may want to look into that. All right. Let's take a look and lastly get messages from your spiritual team. So you have here 1, 2, 3, 4 major arcanas, very powerful ones at that. So let's see what messages your spiritual team has for you, Capricorn. What do you have for Capricorn, please? All right. We have here Priestess. How are you being called to step up and lead? You literally have here, take the lead. We were just talking about that. You also have here the Emperor, lead. You are being guided to move in a new direction, to ascend, to step up, to awaken. So how are you being guided to step up and lead? This is very important. I want you to ask yourself. A lot of you already know. A lot of you have this innate ability to connect again to your higher self, and your higher self has the access to the blueprint of why you came here. So if you are contemplating going back and forth, or if you're contemplating doing something, just do it. Go forward. Take that leap. Take that lead, because you are moving forward in the new year. Next, we have Council of Light, divine orchestration, helpers in the subtle realm. So like I said in the beginning of your reading here, you are connecting to these beautiful light beings, your soul tribe, whether it's in the physical and spiritual realms, but it could be that you're seeing ascended masters. Some of you are working with the angels, working with your spirit guides. It could be Mother Mary, it could be Buddha, it could be Jesus, Mother Magdalene. It doesn't matter who it is, but the Council of Light is helping you in orchestrating your soul's journey, your ascension as well. So knowing that you're not alone is very important, but you're going to start to see physical evidence that you are not alone. There's the awakening card. I love this. Awakening, energetic upgrades, a new way of being, integration. Yes. That's what's happening within you, energetic upgrades. And if you're feeling it in the physical sense right now, some of you, it may be minor. Maybe it's a stub toe. Maybe it's a blemish, a skin rash, a bruise. Maybe it's deeper. Maybe it's, a physical symptom of something much more that's been lodged and stored in your body as trauma for years and years that's finally coming up because you're raising your vibration, and that trauma can no longer stay stored because you're rising at that higher level. You are awakening, Capricorn. You're remembering your purpose. Oh, I love this. And your final card is soul family. So you have soul tribe here, soul family, soul connections, soul contracts. It says call in your tribe. You don't have to do it alone. So again, we've talked about this in the very beginning. So it's very important that you know you're not alone. And I really love this depiction as well, because this is about you connecting to your higher self. This is about you remembering who you are, what you came here on earth to do. It's about you remembering your gifts. We all have them. We've all chosen specific experiences and gifts and ways of being prior to coming into this lifetime, but we have access to them. And sometimes, again, we have that spiritual amnesia where we forget. There's no longer a forgetting type of energy. It's time for us to remember why we're here. So call in your soul tribe, call in your soul family, Capricorn. 2023 is going to be a very, very profound year for many of you. I hope this resonates, beautiful soul. If so, please feel free to hit that thumbs up button. Feel free to share, comment, subscribe, hit that bell if you haven't already. Thank you so much for being here, Capricorn. Lots of love and light.